Hello again. I thought I'd continue with the walkthrough of my December daily now that I've got a few more days done. I've now got done up to the 18th. Today is the 21st, so I am a couple of days behind, but I've been keeping up pretty well, I think, for my first shot at this. So last video I ended off here on my page for the 8th. That same day, I hadn't gotten this finished when I did the page, but I did this little card up. This is one of the 4x6 cards that come with the Claus & Co. collection that I just cut out, put a few little stickers on. I put it in here because my boyfriend had written me this little note just to remind me to call the insurance company because I'd been forgetting to do it. And he's not the type to do cutesy little things. So the fact that he like drew all these silly little arrows and put a little love you, I actually kind of loved that note, even though it's just a silly little sticky note. So I wanted to save it, so I made this little card for it. Then of course we move on to the 9th. I had a very busy day where I was trying to finish all my Christmas shopping. So I went to so many places that day. I was on the road all day driving to different places. So I printed out a little Google map of my local area and put these little sparkly bits everywhere I had stopped that day, and then traced the route I took. So it was a very, very busy driving day. A little picture of my shopping stash. Didn't quite get it done, but came very close. So yeah, that was my fun travel day. On the 10th, we've gotten some very good news. My best friend is going to be getting promoted at work, so we were very happy for her. We had a little impromptu celebration at her place, so me and my boyfriend went over. This is me cuddling one of her cats, Mr. B. He's the cutest little kitten you've ever seen. Made the title card. I was quite pleased with this. I made the title card. This is just a cutout from the 6x6 paper pad. This little banner is cut out from one of the 12x12 sheets. It was red with a bunch of white words and all in different fonts and different sayings. So I actually cut this off of one of that page with some of the washi. It's hard to see in this light, but you can see a little bit the reflection there. I've got these little gold foil diamonds, and yeah, just a fun little card. I was pretty pleased with this one. This one I glued some sequins on there to give it some sparkle. Yeah, it was. I chose this because it just felt like a good day. I had a good day at work with my friends there, and then just impromptu hanging out with my best friend after work with my boyfriend. It just felt like a good day about togetherness and being happy for each other. So yeah, so that's what Christmas is all about to me. The 11th, I found out that I had won a contest on the December Daily Inspiration Anything Goes Facebook group. One of the contributors there, the Mary Atelier, I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong, made these gorgeous little tags and did a contest to give them out, and I actually won one of them. So I this is a picture that she had taken of all the tags together. So I put those out there, and just love this joy card. It's got the red sparkle you can see there. Put just a sticker strip down the side, and these are little wooden veneers I got at Desserts that I glued on to the outside of the pocket page. For the 12th, I made what we call nuts and bolts, popularly known as bits and bites if you see them in the store. It's a recipe my dad's been making for years. He always used to make them at Christmas, and a few years ago I started making them. So I make a batch for me and Steve to eat, and then I make another batch that we put in these gift baskets me and my sister make for the family. So this was the first batch. There was more than that. We'd already eaten some by the time I made this. Cute little stickers. These my sister sent to me, actually. Little dollar store stickers that are quite cute. And I also had mailed a little package to my sister that day. It's okay to put this on here because she's received it, so she knows about it now. But when I sent her a picture of my page, I had that covered up so she couldn't see what I had done. This page, I pointed out in my last video, I'm doing a section at the beginning called Christmas on the Farm about all the years we used to spend with our great-grandparents at their place. So I have a bunch of photo albums from my mother, and I spent the afternoon of the 13th, going through those photo albums and scanning pictures. So this is one of me and my sister at their house. I estimate for my haircut, I know I was in grade 3 when I had that haircut. So I estimate I was about 9 or 10 years old, so my sister would have been 7 or 8. And this is us, we call them Bestemo and Bestefa. It's Danish for grandmother and grandfather, so that's Bestemo and Bestefa. This is not actually a Christmas picture. This was, my mother thinks it was at their 65th wedding anniversary, which would have been in the summer. But it was the best picture I could find of us just sitting with them. Christmas Eve was always so hectic, like we were very rarely posing for photos. So this was one of my favorite photos, and you'll actually see it in my sister's album, Jackie Q. She did it on her walkthrough as well. She used the same picture because we just love it. But yeah, so I called this one Memory Lane, used those pretty foil alphas, and just talked a little bit about our Christmases out there and how much they meant to me and what an impact they had on me growing up. So on the 14th, we had our first day where it actually snowed. It didn't last long. It was snowy in the morning and it was all gone by the afternoon. But when I went to work, it was just lovely. Like there was just enough of a dusting to make everything pretty. So I got a nice picture of the front of my building and took a selfie at the bus stop. I have this great I call it my flapper hat. Looks like a 20s hat. It's great for it's no good when it's windy out, but when there's just a little bit of snow fluffing in the air, it's a great hat. So I got to wear it that day. Took a selfie at the bus stop and got to use all sorts of blinged up my snowflakes a little bit. And yeah, just really, really loved this picture. It just really is my favorite kind of snowfall, when everything's just got a nice dusting. So on the 15th, I make jam in the summer, and I had 3 co-workers at work I wanted to give some to just for a little Christmas present. So I made some tags for them and decorated the bottles up. So I just made a page about making those tags up to put pictures of them in here. And I had this little card about a wish list, and I really did try to think of things to put on there, but I did the cheesy thing and was just like, you know what, I've got everything I need. Everything else is just stuff. So that's what I wrote there. On the 16th, this was a very productive day for me. I did manage to get all my shopping finished. I made my second batch of nuts and bolts. So that's all the little bags that we put in the baskets. Another one of those stickers my sister sent me. These ones are some rub-ons that I bought from wsquared.scrapbooking.com, and they're really cute. So use those on there. And that's a Mambi sticker from their Christmas photo sets. Picture of the what we call them socks. It's like the stockings in my family. So that's Steve's sock. That's all the stuff I bought him, all sorts of little odds and ends. So I got that wrapped. It took a while, but I was home this day and he wasn't, so it was a good day to get that done. On the 17th, we went to see Star Wars. I promise no spoilers. Not very Christmassy, but it was the big thing that day. We'd actually hadn't expected to go to the premiere, but we had some friends who were supposed to go with another couple, and the other couple had to cancel, so they invited us to go with them instead. Used some black sparkly thickers here. And this, because, I mean, obviously I didn't take any pictures during the movie. That would have been a little obnoxious. But so I went online and searched Star Wars Christmas and found this card with C-3PO and R2-D2 dressed up. So I printed that out for my picture that day. I like that. And just a little bit of journaling about the movie and how we ended up going, and the dinner we had before. We went for pho at a Vietnamese place, and I'd never had that before. So it was a good night. It was a really good night. And the movie's good. That's all I'll say about it. It's good. Forget the last 3. It's a good one. And then this is the last page I got done, the 18th. This was my last day of work before my vacation started. So that's why I said holidays start now, because I'm off work until the 29th now. So this felt like the real the real beginning of my vacation, because I've never been able to book Christmas off. I've been with my company for 5 years and I've never had enough seniority to get it off. But this year I was lucky and actually managed to get some time. I also had received another package. My sister, because they come in from out of province, she has everything shipped to me, so she doesn't have to ship it on the airplane. And so I get all these boxes of everything she ordered, and I took a picture, and the flash and the TV behind it, it looked like a little tree with a star on top. I just kind of liked that. So yeah, so I was just really happy that day. I've just felt so good about vacation starting. Work's been a little stressful, so it was nice to know that vacation started for real. And that day I also received a Christmas card from one of my grandmothers. She sends out cards every year with a little letter about everything the family's been doing. So I made a little pocket. This paper I made it from is actually one of the this is just a regular Simple Stories binder that I was using. It wasn't the Christmas one, and it has 3 or 4 sheets of patterned paper, but it was all red and white, so it went with the Christmas theme. So I used one of those pages because it already had the holes punched, and then I used a glitter paper that I got from a pad at Michael's to make the pocket, and some of the Mambi stickers, and one of the die cuts from the Claus & Co. just to decorate it a little bit. Still need to do something with the back of it, but I haven't figured that out. But yeah, so I made a nice little pocket to put the card and the letter in. So everything else I showed you guys in the last binder, that's where we stand right now. So I've got a few pages to catch up on, and when I do, I'll do another little update for you guys. Thanks for watching.